I did a test, yeah. It was negative about a week ago.
Right. And when you
And then
got
I
to the
was home.
hospital,
Actually, I was home and I wasn't feeling, I wasn't breathing properly.
mm-hmm.
And then when I called the ambulance, when I was home now, they came and they tested me and I was negative again.
Uh-huh.
And then when they took me to the hospital again and they tested me again, did another swab, I was negative.
Uh-huh.
So when they did the chest x-ray on me, is when they discovered that I already had pneumonia, COVID pneumonia, and my lungs had already blocked.
Oh boy. Uh-huh.
Yes.
So what happened
So
from that?
so after now they took me on the COVID ward
Mm-hmm.
and I had to get oxygen. I
Mm-hmm.
took like 7 bottles of oxygen per day because I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing what I really must say, I have to give God thanks and praise for bringing me back alive because it's like I almost died.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then I want to give thanks to Mandy Williams, which is a nurse,
Mm-hmm.
and Chevron Stewart. Reason being I said is because Chevron Stewart has sent me a kettle inside of the hospital and some stuff to use. The reason why people, to me, the reason why people dying in the hospital, they're not getting attention because when you see the doctor and the nurse pass the ward to give us medication, when they come like 12 o'clock in the night, we're not seeing them again until in the morning. So anyone who they on the oxygen and the oxygen finish and that person can't breathe properly, that's how they ending up dying. They're not giving us nothing in the hospital to eat nutritious. They was giving us dry bread and egg, bread, stew chicken, and a piece of pie and stew chicken. Nothing substantial to our body to help us to sustain ourselves. If you have nothing, no family, and I must say thanks to my fiance,
Mm-hmm.
Tony, who was sending stuff in there for me to get to eat and everything like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here giving this testimony.
Mm.
They don't have no staff in the hospital. They only depending on like few like two nurses on a ward of 28 cases of COVID patients to give them medication.
Two nurses.
They in the hazard suit. Inside the hospital is hot. So these nurses in this hazard suit, they just wanna, when they finish give the medication, they just wanna reach back to the room to take them off. They have to write a paper. They have to do this. They have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So where they now, they need another set of nurse in the hospital to make a rounds, to make sure that these people vitals is up and to make sure that the people getting ventilation or whatever are getting oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
They need help in the hospital. And let me tell you something. The main thing for this COVID is steaming. I went in the hospital and I was helping people in the hospital. I remember
While you
thinking
were a
was
patient?
while I was a patient. I had a patient next to me because I had a humidifier and I had an oil. It's called a hang long oil. And I was steaming in there. So I threw that oil inside of it and a patient next to me, she was like, she couldn't breathe at all. And when I used that oil, she was like, Miss, what you just used there, the oil. She said, Miss, oh my God. Miss, I'm smelling the oil from all down here. And I'm getting a relief. Oh my God, thank you so much. She said to me, I came in here and I saw you helping other people. I said, well, Miss, we have to help each other. They have one bathroom for all the COVID patients to use. One toilet,
Mm.
no seat cover. If I didn't have my hand sanitizing spray, because I was so weak, I couldn't sit. I couldn't stoop because I was so weak. So I had to take my hand sanitizing spray and spray the seat in order for me to sit down. It's a lot of things going on in the hospital, and I need to see this. And if by saying this have to help, it have to help because they need help in the hospital. In the hospital, people can get better, but they don't have nothing in there to help anybody. They
Mm.
need nurses, they need staff. They need to get people steaming. I'm not saying that I'm not so like hold that bowl and everybody steam or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is the family members, they need to be aware and hear this message so that they can send stuff in there to help the people. I mean, they can't go to the ward, but they can send stuff inside and just tell them to give it to whom. The condition of the hospital is not nice. It's not nice at all. I inside and I dying for hunger.
How many
And the
times a day you were given meals?
2 times, well, 3 times. Well, sometimes they bring meal for you in the morning like 9:30,
Mm-hmm.
breakfast. Then they go bring lunch like around 1. But what I'm saying is, what they bring in is nothing to sustain your body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because you can't eat dry bread and egg day and night. Come on.
I have a question to ask you. While you were how long were you at the hospital for while being a patient of COVID-19?
I was at the hospital like for 4 to 5 days.
Did you see anybody pass away around you?
No, actually no. If they did, probably I really don't know. But I remember my friend told me that the lady who was not too far from me, they had took her and they carried her back out at Argyle, and then probably I don't know what went wrong out there, but it was bringing her back and then she died.
Oh, that's
But
unfortunate.
I met a friend in there.
Mm-hmm.
I met a friend in there. She had COVID. She
Mm-hmm.
couldn't speak. She couldn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had an extra flask, and I was giving her mint tea to drink. I was giving her something hot every morning to drink. And when the lady started drinking, that she started burping because gas
Mm-hmm.
don't take over her whole body. And I gave her grape, I gave her apple, I gave her cake, and I gave her a lot of stuff to help her. I gave her my oil to smell
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And then she started getting better. And I'm telling you, when I leave that hospital, a lot of patients was like, "Oh my God, you go in?" I said, "Yes."
um, uh,
And another
they
another
probably
thing,
want you to stay down there.
yes, and another thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Me and the same lady who was next to me who started breathing from the oil. Both of us came out the same day. We came out week before the last Sunday. And I am telling you, Crystal,
Mm-hmm.
it's the worst experience I've ever got with this ambulance. I was in the back of the ambulance, me and this another COVID patient. Nowhere to hold on the ambulance. I fall off the seat, hit my head. The guy was driving like a crazy man. And we were in the back of the ambulance.
Ambulance is an emergency.
Listen to me. We was on the back of the ambulance, ponging, begging the driver to stop.
So there was nobody there behind, nobody behind there with you,
No,
just the two of
no,
you.
just me and the COVID patient. And it had a nurse in the front and the driver.
Oh boy.
And I'm telling you, I was just praying to reach home. Another thing again, since I came home here at the hospital last week Sunday, no one has ever checked me. No one has ever called me. No one has ever followed up to see where I'm living, who I'm living with, if I'm here to infect anybody. Nothing has been done.
So you were not able to give them any contacts of possible
Of course, I
individuals.
give them
Okay,
I give
okay.
them my number. I give them, but still they need to. They were
No, as
supposed
in
to come
other
and check.
people you might have been in contact with, other people you might have given COVID-19 to.
Well, I haven't given anybody COVID-19
Okay.
because when I found out that I had COVID-19, I was already home with back pain. I was back pain with my spine. So
Where you think you got it from?
I don't even know.
Were you wearing
I
mask and so on?
I was wearing mask. I was steaming. I was eating good. I was taking my vitamins and everything. But mind you,
Mm-hmm.
when the ambulance came and they tested me, I was negative.
What did they
When they
test you with? Did they use
the
the
swab in my
swab?
nose, yes.
Hmm.
And when they took me to the hospital again and tested me again with the swab again, it was negative. But it's when they went and did the chest X-ray, the nurse was like, well, how long? To me, she was like frightened because she was like, "Miss, how long you were sick and da da da?" And I said, "Miss, I don't. I just found out, and by then, when they did the chest X-ray, that's when they found out that I already had pneumonia."
All right. Well, that's rather interesting.
You
That
understand me?
is rather interesting. What advice do you have for Vincentians out there who are listening to your story?
Listen, I am not telling nobody to take the mark, whether or not to the vaccine, whether or not to take the vaccine or take the vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
because people still getting this thing with the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't know how it's going to make you. My advice to people out there is wear the mask and steam, because the steaming kills the bacteria and is a virus. So by steaming, because listen to me, when I was in the hospital and I get that steam, I got that steam. I couldn't breathe. I got that steam Saturday night. Okay, I start
Mm-hmm.
steaming, right? You know, by Sunday when they came and test me and my vital everything was good.
Did you think at any point that you were gonna die?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
because breathe is like when I breathe in, I can't breathe in properly. I feel like if I was getting a heart attack.
Wow. Wow.
So this COVID is no joke.
Okay.
It's
I hope you could
no,
repeat that. Repeat that for the ones in the back.
this COVID thing is no joke. It's no joke. And most of the people who dying in the hospital dying from the pneumonia.
Mm. All right. Thank
And
you
they
so
need
much. Sorry.
proper attention in the hospital.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and for sharing that bit of information to individuals who are listening. All right. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Have a good one.
tell them please steam every night they go home. Steam.
All
Steaming
right.
is the key.
All right.
All right.
Take care, my dear. Well, yesterday we asked for somebody who would have contracted COVID-19 to share their experience. This morning, she got it off her chest, literally speaking. She is fine now, but the interesting thing about all of that, her test came back negative. But when she did the x-ray, it was a different story. Rather interesting indeed. All right. We're going to take a break from the Facebook Live. Somebody says, oh my goodness me. Oh my gosh. You make me laugh till my head hurt me. They say, highly favored child on Facebook says, and everything give thanks. That's most definitely correct. Good morning, Raymond. Raymond say how he wants to get these hairs off his chest. Come, let me wax them. Come, let me tweeze them off for you. 2 minutes on to 9 o'clock, all right? A couple more things to get off your chest. You can hit us up at 430-1043 or 457-1043 to call us, taking some vibes right about now as we head on up to 9. Actually, it's done 9 o'clock. I don't know what I read in. It's 9 o'clock, all right? But vibes nonetheless.
One Galaxy